Good morning, pregame crew. How are you doing? It's Thursday, August 19th, 8:23 a.m. We have jobless claims in 7 minutes. I'm Chart Gal Lori. Audio visual check, please. Hey, all my friends. Jorge, Dana, Tammy, Barry, David, Steve, Billy, Michelle, Henry, thank you for modding. I really appreciate it. Jonathan, Mr. Chadbad, Aaron, and Mr. Chadbad, you get double brownie points because you were here first. Thanks, Chuck. Top of the morning to you, Angry Buddha. Chitlin's Laundry. That's awesome. What's up? Hey, Chris, Ahmed. What's crazy is our viewership has been kind of flat since I started this like 4 months ago. It's been kind of flat the last few months, but I expect today for us to have a very high viewership because of fear. Fear makes people want to go listen to somebody to give them hope. So I'm not a hope dealer. I don't deal hope or hopium. I deal technical analysis, setups, and try to give you psychological tips to try to become a consistent, profitable trader. So, welcome if you're new. And if you're not new, thank you for joining us, family. Jobless claims in 5 minutes. Hey, Night Truck Scott. Yeah, you got the brownie points. Hey, Dirk. Dirk, it's afternoon where you are. Hey, Judd, Mandan, Michael, Whitney. Whitney, you know what? Welcome. And welcome to everyone. But I love that there are more females entering trading. I love it. I love you more, Tammy. Hey, Relic. You want to learn how to cope? Or you know how to cope? Hey, Tom. If you are not part of a trading community, of course, I want you to join Chart Guys. But even if you don't join Chart Guys, I think it's pretty important to be part of a trading community, because if you are just building on your knowledge only, it becomes very incestuous. So you could teach yourself bad habits and you keep building on knowledge. And what if that foundation isn't solid? So I think it's important to be part of a community, and there's some accountability there. If you missed Dan's Q&A video this past Sunday, it was absolutely enlightening. People who have been trading for years, like me, I still learn something every time I listen to that man talk. And he talked about being verbal with your stop losses or your intention. So if you tell a friend in the community, hey, or tell the community, I'm looking at IWM long and this will be my stop, you are more apt, that's country, huh? But you are more apt to take that stop because you verbalized it to someone. So just know that I've had a very active crypto overnight trading session, and I was just clearing out all my alerts on Trader Pro. If you haven't seen Trader Pro, this is what it looks like. I think it's absolutely beautiful, but I'm probably biased. I also have the two most beautiful kids in the whole wide world. So yeah, I've got some bias issues. So with Trader Pro, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to clean up, and I'm really watching ICP, Sol, AVAX, Audio, and Atom, ATOM, as far as crypto alts. If you're not a crypto trader, don't worry. I'm going to stop talking about this in just a second, but I'm going to set up my new alerts in Trader Pro and get more focused, because I've had a really good August and I want to keep it going. And if this is what's working for me and just a couple index trades I've been really nailing, then I'm just going to, again, stay in my lane. From Holland, hi. All right, P Court, I'll work on doing more of that. You had surgery? Well, I'm glad you're back, Whitney, and I hope that you are healing just great. And there's Ann. My middle name is spelled like that, Ann. All right, do I have that muted? Yes. All right. We'll get started in 3 minutes. I'm going to get you oriented to my chart a little earlier than usual. And if you're late, hopefully it's someone who has joined us before and already is oriented to my chart setup. I use tradingview.com to chart my charts, my tickers. I use Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade for my trading. I'm a heavy options trader, and for options, it is my opinion that the top one is Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade with Tastyworks tied for first. And then next would be Interactive Brokers. I've tried Fidelity, and they are just not a robust options platform, nor do they have futures. So I trade futures and options, so Thinkorswim suits me. So I have the yellow and purple are the 50 and 200 simple moving average. Green and red are the 8 and 21 EMA. Yellow candles are the JC inside bars, just are tightening. Russian nesting dolls, where the candles tighten within the body of the prior candle. CM Ultimate RSI Multi-Time Frame by Chris Moody. And then the TTM Squeeze Thinkorswim Depot. I like to visually know when there's pressure building. Got something new on the charts this morning. It's the blue line. So with the blue line, this is the Keltner channels average true range. Let's go look at my settings. So I have it set to 3, which means tell me when a move gets extended beyond 3 standard deviations of the average move. So if ES, I'm just going to make this up, I don't know what it is, but if ES average true range is 20 points, tell me when it gets to 60 points. Or if it's Amazon and it's $60, tell me when it gets to 180. Meaning, probability wise, moves are not going to stay in that 3 standard deviation area for long. Let me show you what I mean. I have the middle line hidden, but let's pretend that I've got a good, decent, whatever, 21 EMA is probably close to it anyway. That's the mean reversion. So the white line is the mean. These blue lines tell me if we get extended to the upside, that is 3 standard deviations away from the mean. I had a minor in quantitative business analysis. I love stats. So to the downside, this would be we're more than 3 standard deviations for the average true range for this name. So it means on the average the SPY move. So I have saying all that to say we are gapping below, not gapping, but moving below the bottom Keltner channel of 3 standard deviations away. And when you see that, typically you're going to see a move back to the mean, and then we could come back down and test it again. But you typically don't stay outside that Keltner channel, 3 standard deviations out for long. Let's back up and look what happened last time. You see that here? So if you're an RSI user and you say, shut up, Lori, you've given me another indicator, I don't want to hear it. Fine. I feel you on that. But we don't stay outside this Keltner channel for long. If we did, that would be notable. If we stayed into this extreme oversold situation, that would be notable. So I just wanted everybody to get their bearings this morning. Take a deep breath. Let's see what's happening with jobless claims. If anybody has the jobless claims number, if you could post it, that'd be great. Nothing major happening here. Okay, nothing major. So let's back up to 50,000 foot level. I'm going to hide the Keltner channels now. I always have this on my chart. Ichimoku I will take on and off, which I showed you yesterday. But Keltner channel I always have it on there. I want to know when we're having an extreme move. So this weekly chart ain't broken. If you showed me this weekly chart without any context on lower time frames, I'd say cool beans, bulls. They're holding the 8 EMA. 8 EMA means the average of the last 8 candles. And if you're using the 12, that means the average of the last 12 candles. We are still at that average. We're not puking it up yet. Yet being the key word. This is a significant red bar. So when you see that body so big, that means they're not buying the dip. You want to see long lower wicks, and this candle ain't done yet. We got 2 days left. And if I sound super bullish, please just know that I am not. Our 1 hour and 4 hour is broken, and on bounces, I will be looking to position myself bearishly, but I will not lose sight of the larger time frame. So on the 4 hour, a responsible bear would be covering in this area where we have 2 lower wicks. We're beyond 3 standard deviations away from the mean. Wait for a bounce back up to the 8 EMA. I made sure everybody can hear me. Oh, thank you, Omar. I appreciate it. Sometimes I get in such a zone. It's hard for me to monitor chat, and I forget where I am and is anybody even listening to me. So on SPY, ES, I will be personally looking for a bounce, and I'm anticipating a bear flag. Why? So let's do the path. It's a little bit easier to show. So on this move down, I'm expecting a bear flag versus and EQ because of the volume. The bulls, I haven't seen the bulls. They all ran into the caves. So right now the bears have taken over. So I had some notes today that I want to go over. This is the same movie every single day. So I know a lot of you want me to give you the secrets and keys to the kingdom. The problem is the setting is different every day. The actors are the same every day. Let's pretend like it's Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Cruise. Yes, I'm old and I don't know recent actors or actresses. Uma Thurman, Jessica Biel. Yeah, that's her name. So these are our actors. Let's say Jessica is IWM. Samuel is QQQ. Tom Cruise is the Dow. We have the same actors every single day, but the setting is completely different. And the supporting cast is different. So maybe the supporting cast is Miley Cyrus today. I don't know. I'm taking this analogy too far, but y'all know that's what I do. It's the same movie every day with the same actors, but a different setting. Totally different setting and different supporting actors, actresses. And in this case, supporting actors and actresses are various variables such as tapering. What happened yesterday? The Fed minutes were released, which Bullard, Kaplan, and Rosenberg last Friday said that they would most likely start tapering this year instead of next year. And then we factored that in last Friday. Last Friday, we had a pullback. And yesterday was not new news. It was just confirmed. And that was just a reason, in quotation marks, for this healthy consolidation that we've been waiting for a long time. So that's the narrative assigned to, and that's the supporting actor and actresses, is tapering. That is the problem. Afghanistan, Delta variant, those are all the supporting actors and actresses, various variables that are impacting the market. So what I will be looking for is a 4-hour position in a short position to trade. So let me also give you context on my trading style and what works for me. I'm going to give you setups today, potential setups that could work. I will be focused on the indices. I do better in a short environment, a bearish environment, to just short the indices. Because if I pick Apple, then I am fighting. Let's see if I can find this real quick. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Chart Gal Lori. But in notifications, we had Apple. Let me see if I can follow it. It was the fly. We had an Apple upgrade this morning to 107, whatever it was. JP Morgan ups Apple price target, sees multiple catalysts. All right, I don't want to fight any Apple bulls that hear this news and go bullish. I don't want to fight them. I don't want to fight Warren Buffett buying Kroger. I don't want to fight that. I don't want to go short Kroger. It is easier and better for me to short the indices. Tesla has AI day today. What if they announce some great news and go bullish? If the overall structure of the market is looking bearish, I want to short the market and not individual names that could have news catalyst and rain on my bear parade. So what I'm looking at is I want to short ceilings. So let's see, that could be an area. My dog has a squeaky toy. I am so sorry. She is very loud, but she's super cute, so that makes up for it. So on the 4-hour, I have ceilings overhead that I've identified with prior price action, and I want to look to short the ceilings overhead, and I will be looking to take profit at floors below. Think of everything as a structure, ceilings and floors, floor, ceiling. Then a ceiling becomes a floor once you start building support up to the upside. Okay. So on ES, your key resistance currently 4373, support 43475, and we have a support down here of, I thought I marked it, 434150, 434150 NQ. All right, Nasdaq, same story, same movie. We have a flush. We are below the Keltner channel on the 3 standard deviation. I can't short in the hole. My training from Dan, I am not allowed to short 4-hour oversold coming straight from all-time high. Not straight from all-time high, but near all-time high. I can't short in the hole. I need a bounce. I'm waiting for a bounce. I'll wait for that hourly lower high top fish or 4-hour top fish to short Nasdaq. And I'm watching the Nasdaq the most closely. They hold the keys to the kingdom. If Apple, Amazon, and Tesla don't roll over today, I don't see that the bears are going to get a lot of follow through. If Apple, Tesla, and Amazon roll over, then Nasdaq could get followed through. So we have resistance 14800, 1487475, support 14710, and below 14710, we're looking at 1466825. Keep your eyes on the Nasdaq. And I know it's difficult. It's like having a Chuck E. Cheese whack-a-mole game and you're just hitting one log at a time, just trying to get the trade going. But the thing is, your peripheral vision, you have to watch all the logs. And in this case, I would say if you're a newer trader and that's too much, focus on QQQ, SPY. Focus on those two relative to what you're trading. If Apple ain't rolling over, the market most likely won't get further downside to this down move. So I'm watching those very closely, but I will still be looking to position myself short because I'm just going to trade price action, position myself chart, and otherwise until the bulls prove it. YM resistance 34690, 34934, support 34494. And this 4-hour megaphone we were watching yesterday, it sure did fall apart. So we got a little tweezer bottom here on YM, and your next support is down at 34361. So YM shorters, you're doing great, and YM shorters, you're really doing great. So we did not have that megaphone on RTY. We played this yesterday. We played this bounce, and then now we have rolling. Oh, Lord. Somebody needs more sleep. We have rolled over. We have resistance at 2130, 2158, support 2108, and below 2108, 2100. So we've come straight down. Look at how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So SPY is just joining the IWM bear party. This bear party got started 6 days ago, last week. SPY, Nasdaq, the Dow, they are late to the bear party. So that could mean that RTY bounces first because they are extended to the downside. Daily RSI at 34. If we come in hot to 2100 on another pullback, your next support below that is 209270. So IWM already got this move going, and we are approaching oversold. SE got to upgrade. Thanks for that information. SE has just been an absolute beast. Gold, we've recovered from this dump. My stance is still the same. I'd be looking to short 1797 using 1800 as a stop. Support 1774, 1772. It's been a very impressive bounce. I don't see a trade setup personally. Oil, we got a tweezer bottom setting up on the 4-hour. When I say a tweezer bottom, I'm saying bottom wicks of lower wicks of bulls buying the dip, and then you get this little double bottom action at 62.66, 62.67. Man, if I'd have seen that earlier, I would have gone long on that. So you see this Adam and Eve? Adam is the pointy part, the boy part. Eve is the round part, the girl part, and that is a reversal pattern where the bulls start turning and burning to try to take back over. Man, that was an amazing bottom fish. So with CL, it is still very bearish, and bears will be looking to reposition themselves. I would say around 64.50 would make sense on the 4-hour. Bitcoin, 4-hour downtrend, resistance 44971, 46035. I love the 50 MA. Y'all see that rejection here, support hold here, and over here. I mean, I know that 50 and 200 MA are a little bit dated and not as sexy as the quicker EMAs and all the other fun TD candle numbers, but it freaking still works. Okay, we have support at 43955 and then 43714. Step number 1, change that hourly trend. Bulls, change it. So let's see if we can get an Adam and Eve reversal here. Here's the pointy part. Can they do a rounded bottom here and change that hourly trend? And if they change the hourly trend, we would still be looking for a lower high compared to 46.035. Ethereum. Man, I drew those a long time ago. Support 2951. Let me look at this again. Yeah, Bitcoin broke this low and Ethereum didn't. So Ethereum is definitely holding up stronger. Support 2960, 2951. Resistance 3021, 312651. No, I haven't done BA, but I'll do it right now. BA, odds favor a higher low compared to 20480 because of the size of this bounce. Odds favor. So bulls will be looking to bottom fish this. However, the bulls have gone into hiding the last 5 trading days. So do you want to be the first one to the dance floor buying this dip? I wouldn't, which I love to dance and I'm not afraid to dance in public, but I still wouldn't be in front of this. Support 218.31. Got a potential bear flag, oversold on the hourly, oversold on the 4-hour, not oversold on the daily. If the daily could get oversold, you may have a bottom fish level of 20480. Don't be the first one to the dance floor. We don't give trophies for that. Bill is actually a swing report name from this weekend. We almost got stopped out. Yes, well, I'm getting my days mixed up. Tuesday. Yesterday, no one told the Bill Bulls that we were having a bad day. They closed very strong. I would call this a double top up here. And they got a pretty big upgrade this morning. So if the bounce were to get going on the market, this could be a name to buy on buy on a pullback matched up with some market strength or a market bounce. I only like Bill to the long side. This was a very impressive move. This is a money badger, meaning that it's detaching from the market and it didn't get pulled back with all of the market heaviness yesterday. Hood, I always want to say rat. Okay, so Hood, rat. We had this 4-hour falling wedge going into earnings. They beat earnings, revenue beat, but the problem is they got it down. Guidance is the most important because you can assume that a lot of this earnings expectation and them at least meeting it was already built in, but guiding down is always a problem. So bears will be looking to top fish. I would say $47 area matches up with the hourly EMAs on any bounce, but don't be pig-headed about it. If the bulls step in a fierce way, just back away. Support 44.81 and 44.50. Interesting, they beat their revenue expectations by year over year by, I'm just going to make it up, 50%, and it was 60% of that was Dogecoin. 60% of their revenue beat was from Dogecoin. And that hype is over, so that's why they got it down. But we don't need to know all of that. You could possibly, an aggressive bear could look to short 46.05. A more conservative bear could look to short $47. Kroger. I have Kroger here, so Buffett. So on August 15th, so on 45 days after the quarter ends, all hedge funds must report I don't know what form it's called, Form 13. I don't know what that hedge form is. Just saying, hey, we've bought or sold a substantial position in a company. Well, Buffett had to tell it right here after hours that he bought a lot of Kroger. And then we had explosion. Look at that volume. That ain't Sally, Susie, Johnny buying. That's some big buying here on Kroger. Can I do anything with it up here? Nope. But what I can do is, we got the 5-minute oversold and after hours. Never mind. So I have an alert set for first hourly oversold. I would look to trade Kroger to the long side. So that's how we can just set an alert and close that chart and not look at it again. Is Kroger hourly oversold? That would be a trade on my radar. Same thing with Pfizer. I have my hourly oversold, which we're getting there now. I would look to flip along on Pfizer on hourly oversold. Lows, nobody told them we had a pullback yesterday. Positive response to earnings, 6 or 7 upgrades. Don't quote me, but something like that this morning. So on a pullback, this could be a great chart. I'm not going to count this 5-minute oversold. It's just happening on nothing volume. So first 5-minute oversold during regular trading hours could be a trade idea to go long Lowe's. And Lowe's is very closely tied with Amazon. So if Amazon's having a crap day, I would just dump that Lowe's idea. Nvidia, lots of upgrades this morning. Earnings, mild response, but they're green, which is major strength compared to Nasdaq. So even 1.5% is very strong compared to that they're offsetting market weakness in its mother sector of Nasdaq. That's some serious strength. So on any bounce, NVDA to the long side would make sense. I would ignore that lower wick that happened when the broker platforms open. 19145, then 19040 are your supports, resistance. 19360, 19480. I like Nvidia to the long side if the market gets an oversold bounce going. Pfizer. 13F. Yeah, that's it. I knew. Did I say the number 13? I knew it was 13. I just couldn't think of that letter. Thank you. Roku. Okay, so last week we got this trade here. I did. We got this trade. And now we're pulling back, and they got a downgrade this morning. So I'm looking big picture on Roku. We got a monthly EQ. So when is that monthly high or low going to be set? Well, daily oversold, and we're opening down. This is my Queen of the Mountain trade, and I'm fighting news here with the downgrade and with market weakness. But flush this. Flush it. And if it's in your IRA or anything, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be insensitive. You flush this even near 330, then we got a game plan going on. So I like Roku to the long side on this gap down with a downgrade with daily already oversold in a monthly uptrend. I like this to the long side. TJX, potential bull flag. They got several upgrades this morning. Support 70.80, 68.80. I like a long buy on a pullback. Denzi will be live in 10 minutes in the room, TCGers. I had this on here. I don't like it. I like it for a short on any pop, maybe 69.17. I don't think we'll bounce that high, but who knows? 66.01 would be an aggressive short on VSCO, Victoria's Secret. They had earnings, and obviously they had a miss. Wish. This is Dan's posted trade. Daily is super tight. So we have this daily inside bar. Wish can do its own thing. It's not heavily weighted in an ETF, so it can just do whatever it wants. I mean, it would be nice if the market's going up. It would help, but we're back to that same trade we discussed back here. What day was that? Tuesday? So I said a pullback to 650, 653 could be a buy area. Same thing here. And if we're wrong, stop out. Do stupid stuff faster. You know that saying, drink coffee, do stupid stuff faster. Be wrong fast. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Be wrong fast. But a buy back at 650 makes sense as a Queen in the Mountain trade. IWM. I'm just adding this actual ticker, even though we covered RTY. But if I'm looking long today, it would be IWM because they have already started their bear party and they're pretty oversold. Support 210.43, 209.88. QQQ support 35923, 35876. Resistance 36025, 36078. SPY resistance 436.10, support 43486 and 435.0. This 436.10 level was key and we're gapping below it. If we just get a little tiny bear break and then we go higher, I would be watching for that. So I want to make sure that the bears are proving it to me before I short a bounce. I'd be looking to go long. I need to be careful what I say here. Let me say this again. Daily 50 MA is at 433.37. I have a personal policy overall swing style. If price is above the daily 50 EMA, I am bullish. I don't like that it's losing the daily 21 EMA, but if we could hold around 436 as a magnet and even close near that area, I would say that's a win for the bulls today. But I would also like to short a bounce. You bounce up to the 438, 439 area. That would be a logical area to short. All right. SE. Thank you, Roberto. I try. You know, this is hard. It's hard. It's not easy to because I'm always doing a push-pull in my head. Give them this trade idea. Wait, they may get hurt if they don't use a stop loss. So it's a tough situation. It's tough position, but I just assume that you're all being your own risk managers and controlling your risk. Support 308.10, 305.50, resistance 313.78, and double top up here at 326.71, 326.79. Nice that they got to upgrade, but they may not be able to fight the market bears. So a buy down at 308 or 3. So here, let me say it a different way. Aggressive bulls will be looking to dip by 308. Conservative bulls will be looking to dip by 305.50. I don't see a short here unless we were back up at that 326 level. All right. Shop. Aw, love you, Tammy. You ever just meet people, and I say meet in quotation marks, I didn't meet Tammy in person, but you just have this connection? Yeah, that's Tammy and me. Support 1458, 1455. As long as this 1450 level holds on shop, I like it. Weekly, still in an uptrend. We ain't hurting yet, but it needs the market to bounce. Okay, PHM, last one. Weekly, we're not in an uptrend, but we are in a weekly EQ. $50 is that key level. On the daily, we got a megaphone. Y'all see it? Once you see this stuff, it's like seeing those pictures that you have to step back and then you see them. Once you start learning how to see them, as soon as you pull up a chart, you're like, oh, I see that pattern. Megaphone. Megaphone broadening formation just means that the bulls use all their buying power to try to make that tiny higher high. And then they have exhaustion, bears take over. Same thing here. We have this little lower low, and we could have bear exhaustion down here. And then this is when we have what I call the little dribble. Have this little tiny bounce, and then you roll over, which is what happened with these names. You see that? Dribble, get hit with the EMAs and down. So that's what I'd be looking for PHM. This megaphone on a bounce, I'd be careful at the EMAs in the 53.50 area. Skills. So when you say shorted to non-existence, Amanda, just remember, selling, these could be buyers that bought back here and they've been holding, waiting for it to bounce. It's not bouncing and they sell. And they say, forget this. I'm going to just recover whatever equity I have left. So all selling is not shorting. It could be just people who were long who don't like it anymore. So we are not in black dirt break. Yeah, we are. We're in black. Nope. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. That's because it's more than a year. $10 is your must hold level on SKLZ. The scales will shift, but the bulls have to show the whites of their eyes. And when they do, look at that beautiful volume climax signal to go short. So $10 is your must hold level on SKLZ. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate y'all. I am very passionate about this. TCGers, I'll see you in the room. Pre-gamers, why aren't you a member of TCG? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the room or tomorrow.